Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday, October 7th, and it is time for What's in the Box. Hopefully everybody had a pleasant weekend and everything went to your advantage. Thank you for everyone that showed up to the Knights Hall show in Indianapolis over the weekend. It was a good turnout, good show. I know the Indianapolis Colts game, with it being a home game, probably factored into attendance a little bit, but nonetheless, it's always a good show. Always nice to see people, fellow vendors and the like. Got to see some people that I haven't seen in a while, so it's always cool. It's always cool. For those of you that partook or attended the race and was here over the weekend, thank you for supporting that as well. It was a great event, tons of people. I would suggest going on YouTube and looking up MXON 2025 racer announcements. That was the parade that came down Main Street and curled onto 231 on Friday. It was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. It was super cool. I'm happy to have been a part of that event. I'm happy that our town was a part of that event. I'm happy that all the other businesses and retail establishments were part of that event because it was a thing. It was very much a thing. The television crews and racer interviews and everything were catty corner from my store in front of PNC Bank. So the video, if you watch that video, you see the store and the signage repeatedly throughout the entire event. When they were doing the racer interviews, my sign was right above the lady's shoulder. So it was pretty cool seeing that on TV all the time. And then even when they cut to one of the announcers, the guy that was on the right-hand side of your screen, which would be the left guy out here, same kind of deal. The sign was right above his shoulder. So we got some international publicity, exposure, if you will, and that was cool. That was super cool. The day and the weekend itself was nuts. Unfortunately, it did not equate to really any sales, but that's fine. People are here for the race. People are here for the experience. They're not necessarily here to shop and buy comic books. But never know. You never know. You always have to prepare and cross your fingers and hope for the best, right? So luckily our investment wasn't much more than standard. Would have been nice to have sold a red, white, and blue tie-dye shirt a couple more times, but it is what it is, and we're good. We're good. We'll survive. But anyway, so just a crazy weekend. Lots to do, lots to pay attention to, rather. And again, it was a pleasant experience. So coming up, to put it on your guys' radar, October 11th, which is this Saturday, will be the Crawfordsville Comic and Card Show. I will not be attending. I've got a show coming up October 25th, which is the Lafayette, Indiana, so up by Purdue. There'll be a Comic-Con up there. So I can't remember if it's a Mighty Con or what else it might be, but it's a good show. I mean, I've done it the last 2-3 years. People really turn out for it. There's a lot of cool vendors, a lot of cool things that tend to show up, and you never know. But it's a good show. So put it on your radar. I'll be sharing details for it here soon, just to make sure you guys know where to go, what times there are, etc., etc. It is, like I said, October 25th, which I believe is a Saturday, and it's at the Tippecanoe County Fairgrounds. So that much I know off the top of my head, but as far as everything else, you'll just have to wait. Okay. And then beyond that, we're also going to be sharing details for November 1st. So that's the Saturday after Halloween. So Halloween's on a Friday. November 1st is a Saturday, and that's when we're going to be hosting our celebrity event here at the store. One of the last surviving members of the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie from 1974, his name is Allen Danzinger. He is also in a lot of other things. You can check his IMDb page and check out his filmography, credits, and so forth. But he will be here signing autographs. He's also got a new movie that comes out October 17th, which is called The Weed Hacker Massacre. It's just another, B-style horror kind of movie. But he is in it. I believe he plays the sheriff, I think is what he said, in that movie, and he's super excited for it. It's actually up for a couple of awards, for independent movie stuff. And so he's quite excited about it. He wanted to make sure that credit is announced as well, because that it will be a fresh film for you not only to watch prior to his visit, but he will also have some merch on site for the Weed Hacker Massacre. And he will also have Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff, as well as 8x10s and some other things. So, yes. So November 1st, Allen Danzinger here in town. It's going to be $40 for an autograph. It is free entry. And then we're going to have another vendor event where the building next door will have some vendors, Halloween-themed spooky stuff, local thriller authors, local horror and ghost lore authors, and just a ton of other stuff. So if that is in your wheelhouse, if you are a Halloween-type person or a spooky personality, please put it on your radar and attend accordingly. It will be a lot of fun. We're also going to be probably doing a costume contest for adults and kids, whatever. And then we'll also be doing a trick or read event since Halloween is on a Friday. I have little ones, so I need to make sure that I'm out and about and being able to take them trick-or-treating. So we won't necessarily be pushing stuff at the store on Friday, but we will be pushing stuff on the store on Saturday. Just trying to do it all in one big shot. It'll be fun. It'll be very fun. So, again, this Saturday, Comic and Card Show, 4-H Grounds, local show here in Crawfordsville. October 25th will be the Lafayette show, and then the following weekend, November 1st, will be the celebrity signing here at the store. So, busy. But we're nearing the end of the con season. We're almost there. As for today, since I've been fairly busy, I haven't been able to get through as much stuff as I normally do. I only have about half a short box available, but one of my customers and fellow amigos gave me an idea on some other content to provide, and so I will be leaning forward into that here momentarily. So, again, I've got a couple slabs for a customer that had some stuff submitted. Always sure that you guys want to see that stuff, so we'll walk through that. And then just a real quick stack of stuff here to flip through. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. This stack right here, right there, right? Kind of a unique title. You don't see these very often. This is one of those B-level titles that is a cult classic, cult favorite. Personally, I really like this character. I think that the movies that they've made for him is super rad. I watch them, wouldn't necessarily say all the time, but when they're on, I truly enjoy watching them. That character is Judge Dredd. So, again, this is not a character or title you see very often. Just a hard-to-find series, hard-to-find books. But there is a nice stack of Judge Dredd material that has made its way in here. We do have some early numbers. So like this is 23 and 24. I think this is volume 2. Let's see. This was volume 3. So this is the Law of Judge Dredd. But there's number 2, number 19, and number 32 on those. This is a split issue, 23, 24, which... Don't ask me why they did that, but I'm sure I'll figure it out if you come in and talk about it, or maybe you'll research it on your own. But yeah, so there's 25, 26, which if you look at the title of this, I think it's hilarious. It's The Flying Fist of Stan Lee. And then it says "Nuff said." So obviously a very clear homage to the man himself. The 27. I'm just going to kind of flip through these real quick. So again, if you're a Judge Dredd fan, giant stack for you to consume and add to your collection. I was quite happy when I saw these, because again, this is not a title and not a series that you tend to find very often, let alone sequential numbers or the majority of the series by itself. Look, he's playing the world's tiniest violin just for you. Yeah, so Judge Dredd, cool, right? Very cool. I'm gonna set these over here. Oops, hold on. We're having a technical malfunction here. I'm gonna put these over here because I need to have the light for what I'm gonna do in a minute. And then another little small stack of stuff that I was happy to find. I need to go through and, well, we'll get to that here in a second. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Mirage run. So this is volume 1 stuff. So 15, that's 19. This is actually the same issue, 19, and then it has a variant cover. So why they did that, I'm not entirely sure, but that's pretty cool. So if you see those, it's the same book, but just a different number. What is this, number 19? What number was this? I think I said 19 on this one, didn't I? That's 18. So 18, this one's 19. This one, number 24, I actually have a double cover issue of this one. That was a half-price books find, so that was pretty cool. I was pretty happy about that. Number 32, and then number 42. So, if you need any of those, let me know. I'll probably even have some more turtle stuff here, potentially later this afternoon. I found some other turtle stuff, but I need to go through my collection and see if I have these issues or not. But it's the volume 4 series, so the series that's really hard to find, and it's been climbing in value as of lately. I snagged a decent stack of those, and yeah. So we'll see. As far as some cool stuff that came out of my PC, this is a cool one. This is Avengers Invaders number 2. This is a retail incentive, so like a 1 per store kind of deal. And then, so this was obviously Bucky and Captain America. So if you're a Captain America fan, that's a pretty cool cover, pretty cool book to add to your collection. And then this one came out over the summer. This actually got tucked away in some other stuff, and I found it, and I was like, I'm not quite sure if I need to keep it, but I decided not to keep it. This was actually kind of a controversial issue. So this is The World to Come, a Marvel Knights story. The implementation of the new Black Panther, and you come to find out that the Black Panther is white, which was kind of controversial. But this is a 1 per store black and white cover that came out, and so I'm letting it go. It's a cool book, you know. With the controversy surrounding it, I wouldn't be surprised that it continues to go up in value. Now, you recognize that? Our CGC pillows that we get. Again, both of these are for a customer. He submitted these through me, and we just got them back, but everybody likes to see their stuff on camera and on the videos. The first one we'll see is Iron Man number 1. It came back a 4.0, which is pretty good. It is fairly discolored, has a lot of what's called foxing on it, which I've heard that word before, and I've never understood what it meant, and so I just recently looked it up and cataloged it into the old cranium. And if you don't know what it means, look it up, and then educate yourself. But yes, foxing, discoloration, you know, kind of off-white pages, or clearly off-white pages. But Iron Man, number 1, 4.0. Pretty rad to see that. And then everybody loves and knows this one. Incredible Hulk number 181. This was from a collection that I had purchased, and I sold to this gentleman. We got it back from CGC finally, and it came back a 5.5, which I put it around a 5.5 or a 6, so I was fairly happy to see that my guesstimating and professional opinion was primarily accurate. But yes, so it came back a 5.5. It is a green label, okay? So a green label means that it's qualified. Qualified means that there could be something missing or something altered on the book, and that would be the grade that it would receive if it were complete, right? So this one, the reason why it got a qualified grade, the green label, is because the Marvel Value Stamp, otherwise known as the MVS, had been removed from the back page, and so the book itself got a 5.5 and a green label, which means that if the Marvel Value Stamp was still there, it would be a blue label, right? So anyway, very cool book, presents very nicely, super clean looking. I mean, I'd be happy. I'd be happy with that. It's just unfortunate that it doesn't have that stamp. Marvel and your marketing ploys to try to get people to buy books and force little kids to cut pages out of their books. How dare you? Now, sorry for the light. We're going to kind of reposition here. So the reason why I was sitting where I was sitting, kind of off from where I normally sit. One of my customers over the weekend, I was talking to him about how I was kind of shy on content and books to show in this week's video. And he's like, well, you know, I wouldn't mind if you go through your display cases and show off the stuff that's inside your glass display cases. You know, he goes, those are all your big boy books. You know, why don't you show those more often? And I was like, well, because, you know, honestly, I show all my big boy books in the videos when I get them, and then they're here, you know. And he's like, well, yeah, but I don't remember stuff that you got like 6 videos ago. And I was like, oh, you're probably right. So today is going to be a little bit of a special edition, and we're going to go through the display case and kind of do a refresh on quality stuff. Now, keep in mind, this is not all the good stuff that I have. I have about 3 boxes worth of keys and slabs and other cool stuff behind the counter that I don't have room for. Eventually, if you've been in the store, there's a vault here that we want to clear out, and then I will want to line all the cool stuff inside the vault door, so you actually have to pull open the vault and then go inside and see all the cool stuff, right? So if you bear with me. Okay, everybody good? I'm sure you're good. So we're going to kind of do a slow pan of all the stuff that's in the case here, and then the case behind me, and I'll kind of talk about some of the stuff here as we go over it. So there in the back, you can see a Darkwing Duck number 1. That's a Red Dawn, which is her first appearance. Justice League number 21. That's a first Taskmaster. Classic Wolverine Hulk cover. First appearance of Captain Marvel. That's a high grade Ghost Rider number 2. First appearance of Mr. Sinister. That's an X-Men number 9. So old school stuff. Silver Surfer number 4. Classic cover, classic issue. Hard to find. X-Men number 14. First appearance of the Sentinels. Wildcats 1. Signed by Jim Lee. Blade 1. Astonishing Ant-Man, which is a Marvel Premiere issue. So that actually has the first appearance of Hank Pym as Ant-Man. Then we're kind of coming down here with some other slabs. That's a 1 in 500 Venom. The first appearance of Null back there, Venom number 3. That's a 9/8. That is a big deal just because of Null reappearing in the Venom books. That's a signed Stan Lee Avengers number 73. The book itself is not hugely impactful. There are a couple first appearances in it, but the significance of that is the fact that it graded a 9.6. So that's a Silver Age book that graded a 9.6, and it's signed by Stan Lee. That is nuts. It's super, super rare. You got your Return of the Black Knight, first appearance of him. You got Swamp Thing number 37, which is the first appearance of Constantine. Bloodstone, that's the first appearance of Elsa Bloodstone. And then Thor, the emergence of him, he eventually turns into Adam Warlock. And then you kind of pan to the next case, and we'll just kind of breeze through these. You got some classic X-Men, Champions number 1, Alpha Flight number 51, 9.6, signed by Jim Lee. That's Jim Lee's first Marvel work. There in the back, the Masters of the Universe number 12. That graded a 9.8, which the price tag is covered up there. But what makes that book significant, because a lot of people look at that and go, no way do you want $350 for that. Well, it's significant because it's pretty much an uncirculated newsstand Motu book, and there's only 12 that are graded at a 9.8. So imagine 1 of 12 in the whole world graded at that or at that level, at that standard. So super rare, especially when you think of the demographic that those books targeted. You know, the He-Man back in the 80s, all these kids got these books and just destroyed them. So the fact that it's lasted, 40 years and as a 9.8, lasted and avoided all those kids and their Cheeto fingers. And yeah, I digress. We'll move on. Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Carnage. You got your first Helverine 9.8, Submariner number 1 in the back, graded at a 6.0. First Moira McTaggart, first Rogue, first Cable. That's a Mexican facsimile of a Hulk 181. The reason why that one demands a price for it is because these books, a lot of them got damaged when they got shipped to Mexico. So since these are foil, kind of thicker cardstock books, when you get those crimps in that paper, it's real hard to get those crimps out. So a buddy of mine who actually lives in Mexico City and runs these shows was able to get some off the top and give me some of the better quality copies. So that one graded a 9.4. So that one's pretty rare, all things considered. There in the back, you got a Logan's Run number 6, signed by Michael Ozek. The significance of that book, for you Thanos fans, that is Thanos' very first solo story. So he premiered in Iron Man, had a couple stints and storylines within the Iron Man story, but then got his first kind of solo shot in Logan's Run, which kind of solidified him as a major character. And then, kind of last but not least, you have your Astonishing Tales number 25. That, my friends, is the first appearance of Deathlock, and there are not many of these books graded at 9.0 or higher. It is a fairly rare book to get a high grade. So, while Deathlock has kind of a fan following, a cult following, the fact that it got a 9.0 and, again, graded very well, makes it a very significant and rare book. So anyway, again, kind of breezing through here. These are some of the books that are in my case. That is also a Wildcat signed by Jim Lee here up front. But yeah, so now that you're able to window shop remotely, again, always just feel free to reach out. Let me know if you guys have any questions on anything. If you guys are looking for anything specific, I will always do my best to look for you. Because you never know. Comic book stores, their inventory tends to change constantly. So while it is a, kind of a niche market, even though there's comic book stores, close to each other, their inventory changes wildly, and something that I have somebody else doesn't have, and vice versa. So I'm always willing to dig and look for something that you're looking for. Just let me know. So, have a good Tuesday. That's it for today's What's in the Box. Hopefully things go well for you. It's a little sticky, a little wet out there, kind of muggy, but it's good. We're good. Again, enjoy it. I'll see you tomorrow for the new comic book day, and we'll go forward from there. So enjoy it, my friends. Excelsior.